Why do some parents always make their children feel guilty? From childhood to adulthood, you may often hear your parents repeatedly say things like, "Our family isn't that well off. Earning money is really hard. We work so hard. Don't we do it all for you?" Over time, you gradually suppress your own need. Every time you work up the courage to ask your parents, you're hit with a strong guilt. You'd rather give up the things you like than risk adding more burden. Even when you get earning yourself, you still feel uneasy whenever you want to buy something nice. You hesitate, feel undeserving, and struggle to enjoy a good life. While they talk about how hard and tiring life is, they make you feel quietly guilty. At the same time, they reassure you, "Don't worry, just take care of yourself." But then they sigh again and emphasize, "Don't be like us, suffering because we didn't study. You need to work hard in school so you won't suffer in the future." So you grow up trapped in these hot and cold contradictions, becoming more sensitive and insecure, even starting to doubt your own worth. You clearly lack love and money, feel deeply inferior, yet still get blamed for spoiled, treated as if you were raised in comfort. Home should be a safe and warm place. It feels like you're living on someone else's roof. You move through life cautiously, even crying in secret, hiding it. The most frightening part of guilt as a form of education is how completely it can control you and make you lose your sense of self. Every time you break down emotionally and argue with your parents, you fall into even deeper guilt and self-blame. You wonder, was I too much? Was I being unfilial? You question whether you should apologize just to quiet the storm of guilt inside. Psychology calls this guilt induction or emotional manipulation. When parents constantly emphasize their sacrifices and efforts, they're unconsciously instilling guilt in you to influence your emotions and behavior. Adlerian psychology offers a helpful idea called separation of tasks, which means everyone is responsible for their own life challenges, emotions, and choices. Your parents' hardships, anxieties, and regrets are theirs, not yours. If you carry these emotional burdens for them, you won't fix anything. You'll just trap yourself in endless internal conflict, growing more tired and losing touch with who you really are. So what can you do to break free from this trap of guilt? Step 1. Let go of the need to change your parents. Their personalities, habits, and ways of expressing themselves have been shaped by decades of life. A few conversations or compromises won't easily change them. The more you crave their understanding or approval, the more you'll fall into a cycle of disappointment and self-doubt. Real freedom begins with acceptance. Accept their limitation. Accept that they can't become the people you hoped they would be. Stop trying to wake someone who never planned to change. Pull your energy back and give it to the ones who care most, yourself. Learn to set emotional boundaries. And remember this, your parents' emotion, their choices, their fate, that's their task. It's not your life assignment. You're not responsible for their unhappiness, and you don't need to carry the weight of regrets. What you should do is gently turn inward. Look at the part of you that's been ignored, who keeps silently enduring. From now on, take responsibility for yourself, not for their emotion. Step 2, bravely notice where your guilt really comes. When that familiar wave of self-blame returns, gently ask yourself, is this guilt because I truly did something? Or is it just that I've gotten used to carrying their emotions, disappointments, and expectations as if they were all mine? Only when clearly you break free from emotional blackmail, you'll stop mistaking constant compromise for filial piety and stop mistaking silence and self-denial for love. So please believe this. Telling your parents no is not betrayal. It's not coldness. It simply means that finally decided not to keep sacrifice yourself to please others. You have the right to say no. You have the right to choose your own life. And you have the right to stop repaying debts that were never yours to begin with.